This is a very loud, raucous protest against CNN because of all the lies that it has been promoting for the last almost 2 years now. And the theme is media lies, CNN lies, Gaza dies. And shame on you, CNN and all the mainstream media, for perpetuating Israel's propaganda.
We've been protesting major U.S. media outlets that are complicit in Israel's genocide. So MSNBC, NBC, CBS, Fox News, Sky News, Fox Business, The Hill, The Guardian, CNN, and we'll be visiting AP, Washington Post, and multiple others on what we're calling a media siege for Gaza. Because the U.S. media plays such a critical role in shaping public opinion, and we truly fundamentally believe that if the media accurately reported what was happening, there would be outrage in the American public that would then put pressure on governments, and the U.S. government specifically, and businesses to stop allying with Israel's horrible, horrendous policies.
Can you give one example of maybe somebody and something they've done that really is outrageous?
Wolf Blitzer previously worked at AIPAC. I think that in and of itself should be scary to most people. The fact that you have an anchor that reports to be neutral, that literally was a PR agent for Israel's lobby, which we now know, because it's being exposed, has a goal of purchasing American politicians and political power. I mean, that might sound offensive to people to say that people are being purchased, but that's precisely what it is. Israel is, with its lobby, is so powerful that it scares people from being able to say things like human rights matter for Palestinians. So Wolf Blitzer is one of those key people, and he constantly whitewashes Israel's crimes. He refuses to call Israel out. He doesn't push back on Israeli officials when they say propaganda and lies, straight up lies. They never go back and fact check or correct anything that they said that was incorrect and lies. The beheaded babies, the raping women. Reports have come out from Israeli human rights organizations that are debunking all these things, and yet there's no redaction of information because they take what Israel says to be the truth, and that is appalling, and that's why we're here.
So why do you think there's been this sea change in public opinion if the media continues to be so bad?
I think people are finally looking at social media. They're looking at information for themselves. I love the saying, in the age of information, ignorance is a choice. And I think the American people have felt lied to, have felt manipulated, are seeing the influence of Zionism and of Israel's lobby, and they feel embarrassed. I've talked to people that feel ashamed and embarrassed for not knowing any different, and I invite people to not feel embarrassed or ashamed. It is part of the plan. It was part of the strategy. So instead of internalizing your guilt, externalize it. Talk about why you were scared. Talk about the lessons that you were taught. Talk about the lies that you were fed. Talk about the misinformation that you were forced to believe. And I say forced to believe because if you don't believe it, then you are shamed, then you are shunned, then you lose your job, then there's consequences to speaking out against Israel's crimes. What is shifting is that people are now realizing that they have the power with access at their fingertips to see unfiltered information coming out of Palestine, and there are people that are risking their lives to document their own genocide. This morning, we saw journalists be targeted and bombed while they were rescuing people. And then Israel, of course, sees that goes viral around the world, and they want to start cleaning it up and they want to apologize for it. People are sick of Israel's pathetic apologies. We cannot be okay with constantly saying, oh, Israel made a mistake. Israel is not the only person in the world allowed to constantly bend the laws, bend the rules, bend international law. It's made a mockery out of democracy. It's made a mockery out of international affairs and international law, and people are sick of it.
So what can people do?
People can speak out. So wherever you are around the world, you can get out there. You can go in front of your media outlets. You know, you may think this is a massive protest. This is probably about 20 people. That is massively echoing. We can hear it from blocks away. So get creative. We have people out here with instruments, with pots and pans. Just be seen, be heard. Don't think about huge numbers. Grab a friend, grab 2 friends, grab 3 friends, grab yourself. Go flyer, go educate, go talk. There is so much that we can do and need to continue to do, and I encourage you to find your voice.